we needed to be at our very best. We made a couple signings, and then we've shown the league how good we can be. We won every game, and we moved a fair bit of time. This is Beyond Blue Brazil. Welcome in after a rousing victory over Rangers, a 2-1 victory in the league, that draw in between against Hearts that we didn't actually watch and or didn't bring to you, and a 2-1 narrow victory over St Johnstone. We were well in control, but then did concede very late in the game to continue us in the Scottish Cup. We said we would take a bit of time where we'd return when we got the youth intake. We have the youth intake. I'm going to bring that to you momentarily. If we have a quick look at the results, we have been nothing short of outstanding. A 3-0 win over Dundee United, a 5-0 win over Aberdeen, absolutely battered them. Gordon Johnson was hat-trick. We beat Queen of the South in the Scottish Cup 5th round. We got a very good draw there. We then beat Dundee 2-0, Inverness 4-2, Celtic 1-0 in the league, Mane with a headed goal, just enough. Celtic were quite poor there. Celtic and Rangers are having, this might be the point where we can really turn the screw on them. They seem to be giving up points, not just to ourselves, but other teams, and taking points off each other is a good point in the season for us. Dundee 4-2. Again, every team, we're attacking every team other than Celtic and Rangers. We're playing positive. Every other team we're attacking now, and it's going very well. We're scoring a lot of goals. Marwell 3-0. We just beat Rangers 1-0 in the Scottish Cup quarter-final. It takes us to a semi-final against Motherwell. Celtic are still in the competition, but it is looking very, very nice. What we're going to do today is, I think we will bring you the Hibernian game and the Ross County game, and then we'll come back for the Scottish Cup semi-final. So, if we have a quick look at the league, we are 10 points clear. Again, we always wanted to reach the playoffs and basically have very little left to do. Potentially, if we can keep up this form, which is outstanding right now, we can very much get the League One during the championship round, but we're not relying on victories over Celtic and Rangers to do it. We just have to beat the rest of them. That's kind of where we want to be, because championship round can be very tricky indeed. As I said, we did make some actual transfers. We've gone out and we've signed 3 players. So Lennon Donaldson comes in at left wing back on loan. Comes in for Southampton at the end of that window. I think he maybe came in just at the end of the window we just saw, but he's done quite good at 18 euros. Looks an outstanding player for the future. Not a player we're looking to sign now. There's a reason for that. We then spent 5 million on a centre back, and my feeling here was he was undervalued, looked very solid in the air. We potentially needed in our body. We've got Mane and we've got, I keep forgetting his name, Torres. However, fitness-wise, they're going in and out of being available for the first team. Thought we could get this guy in 5 million. He's obviously, his value's gone right up already. He's played very well so far in the games that he's featured. So yeah, good signing. Happy that he's on board. He has been really good defensively, good in the air. A leading Cinch Premiership player. Exactly the kind of player we should be picking up for 5 million, I think, for this league. We also signed a goalkeeper who we've actually loaned back for the rest of the season. When I signed him, he had a much higher potential than he now does. So yeah, maybe a little bit of a misstep. Could still improve and could come back and challenge. Adept with both feet. We're looking for that next goalkeeper that comes in and can really hold down that first team spot. I'm still not enamoured by the options we have. Eric Shutt has been kept out of the team by Lee, but by no means is he a lock. We loaned out a couple more players, but nothing too much to really dwell on. And then we get to the youth intake, and it is the best youth intake we've had, even if it's just for one player. Now they're telling us it's just a good intake, but if we have a look at Lewis Thompson, we've offered a contract to, he's pretty good already. 15 years old, not a million miles off of the quality ahead of him. Now, Lennon Donaldson, I think, is a better player, but has 3 years on him and isn't actually our player. So Lennon Donaldson's still a player that we might sign, but if we do, we got to be very careful because Lewis Thompson is as good as some players who've played in that role this season. Now, Casciato's still a bit better than him, but again, 15 great mentals. Physicals need to improve. Technique needs to improve, but defensively, he's pretty decent. So, 9 crossing at 15, he's actually really decent. Championship level player at 15 is very good. Again, small, model citizen. There's positives, there's negatives. Once he's signed up, we'll get him developing. We'll keep a close eye on him. Plan is to get him game time before the end of this season is out. So we've been on an unbelievable run. Probably helped by the fact we didn't have European games. Obviously, we've got the Scottish Cup. We won the Premier Sports Cup, which maybe gave us a lift. Last team to beat us at all this season was Celtic in that 2-1 loss shortly after the Milan game. Since then, we've beat them once. Admittedly, it was only 1-0, but that's good enough for me. And the way things are heading, we could face them in the Scottish Cup final, so we need to be able to beat them. And we have seen that slight improvement. We won the league last year. My expectation was we would be challenging for the league again this year. Thankfully, that's happening. It was no guarantee. We'll sign the rest of the recommended. Will Lovett, an attacking left midfielder. Looks all right. Kieran Ballard, good mentals, but needs a lot of work on physicals and technique. Get him out on loan once he turns 16. Frederick Holton, good dribbler, but again, wide player. Unlikely to really see much of him. Mark Kerrigan, again, getting some much better mentals coming through this youth system now. And Jay Byrne, a couple of very good attributes, but unambitious, unlikely to leave his mark on this team. It's all about Lewis Thompson. That is the player we want to get game time to and really, really do our best to get him in and active in the first team, I think, over the next couple of seasons. It'd be lovely to have at least one player that we can say that we developed for our system, because we haven't managed to do it today. The team to take on Hibernian today: Lee in goal, Donaldson at left wing back, Paul Byrne right wing back, Manny and Torres as our centre back pair, McLean and Quealy as defensive midfielders, Scott and Pedrinho as our attacking midfielders, Johnson and Velasco up top. Gonna drop McCord to the bench. Paul Veal, Rico on the bench. It's a strong bench. Koulibaly is there, who, to be honest, I think probably has been one of the more disappointing signings we've had here. Picked him up on a free, thought he would really hold down that spot. Injuries have really scuppered his ability to develop. Technical's just not really there. Good physicals, very fast player, very small. Mentals are very good as well, but only 9 appearances this season overall is pretty poor. When we've been in a lot of competitions, we have John Black. He came back from loan. Another player I'd like to start getting some game time to toward the end of the season if we can. Just win games, get ahead, get them on the pitch. We have a couple of players who look like they could develop into very useful players. It's just a case of giving them the game time to allow them to reach the correct level, probably. Like a good, solid performance here. Pedrinho just absolutely ripped apart. Was it No, it was Motherwell, the 3-0 win just before the Rangers game. Offside. Good. That would not have been the start we were looking for at all. He's onside. That is a really poor call. A really poor call. We'll let the refs off with that one. Yikes. We are at home. We are attacking. Oh, I don't like this. Florini, Manny with a header away. McLean driving forward. He's on a yellow card. I don't really like. I like that ball though. Over the top for Johnson. He's tackled, and he's tackled well. Fair play to Hibernian there. He managed to cut out that danger. Maybe we need to just go a little bit less aggressive. I'm not sure. Right, that's our ball. Donaldson, good tackle. Finds Manny. Scott, Quealy. Pedrinho, nice ball forward for Velasco. Lays it off to Johnson. Oh, he's fired that one over. He's gotten too excited on the edge of the area there. I'm going to go positive. Did I tell McLean to calm down? No, I'll do that now. Early yellow card. Like, at half-time, very little happened in that first half. We're going to tell them we're not going to win if we don't shoot. And I think we'll take McLean off because he is playing poorly. We'll make that sub. McLean comes off. Martin Ham goes on. We've had the same core of midfielders for a while now. I think that is an area in the off-season we will probably look to maybe freshen up. Not so fussed in attack. I think we're quite good there. Velasco, Johnson, McCord. That midfield needs something different. That again, Williams goes close there. Velasco's not having a great game here, mind you. Either is Johnson. Right, Velasco's coming on. I'm going to throw on McCord. And Byrne is having a terrible time, so what we're going to do is we're going to pause. Mere minutes remaining here. We move Torres out, and we're going to take Paul Byrne off, and we're going to throw on Rico. Much better defence now. Admittedly, we don't have the crossing ability from right back now with Torres there, but he can move up and down that wing pretty well. Great ball, McCord's in. What a goal. Is that onside? Oh, we grab it at the death. Oh, lovely stuff. We've been playing so well recently, that doesn't actually surprise me. It surprises me that it took this long for us to score because we have been really good. We are maybe moving into that position of being the best team in Scotland, and I'm here for it. I really am. Like, I'm not going to take Rangers or Celtic lightly, but we've definitely got a bit of a squad together. Johnson even drops. He finds McCord. Surely not. We're good. We're good. Yeah, we are. We are better than the majority of this league now. It's a nice place to be. It's not been quick getting here. What are we, 10 seasons in? 10 seasons? 11 seasons? I think it's 10. Our 10th season, and we're finally up there challenging for trophies year on year domestically. Now, in Europe, we look poor because we are trying to play such a specific positive style, and I do think we need a bit of luck. Johnson now, surely not. Oh, great save by Whiteman in all fairness, but we could have turned this game completely on its head after looking poor in the first half. To beat them 3-0 would have been a bit generous. 2-0 might still be a bit generous, but 2 good goals from McCord. We walk away very happily. Now, I think Celtic and Rangers play, so if the correct result goes our way, it could make our gap at the top very interesting. So basically, we want Rangers to beat Celtic here. McCord at the double off the bench. Talk about super sub performance. We've won 8 games straight. Very nice. Our last drop points was against Hearts in the league. A poor 1-1 where they actually were down to 10 men. We just couldn't get that second goal. I do feel bad for Hibs there. That goal was absolutely onside, but I won't be writing any letters to the refs. So, if Rangers were to win here, we would have a 13-point gap atop the league. A much healthier goal difference as well. Let's see if Rangers can do us a favour. Nope. 10 points still. It isn't over. The following match will be my 500th game in charge of Cowdenbeath. Nice little milestone. Team to take on Ross County today will be Lee in goal, Donaldson left wing back, Torres at right wing back. We're going to go with Manny and Hannell in the middle. Thinking there is Paul Byrne had a poor game. Dylan Torres, very mobile, not a great crosser, but much better defensively. Maybe try him out there, see how that looks. I like the idea of having a very, very strong defence. That left wing back's the weakest position we've probably got in the team still. McLean, Quealy as defence midfielders again. Scott and Pedrinho as attack midfielders. Johnson and Velasco up top because McCord as good a game as he just had. He picked up a small knock, so he's out of the team. And in fact, we don't have a striker on the bench, so hopefully these two can get it done. 500th game in charge. Would like a win. Wanting to get Lewis Thompson involved. He isn't able to play because he's playing in under 18 games, so I've moved on to the senior squad for the next couple of games. And John Black, get him involved possibly today, because last time I didn't actually put him in the team, therefore couldn't sub him on. Not that we were comfortable until right at the end where we won 2-0, so yeah, maybe today he makes an appearance. 500th game, get one of the youth players in, would be nice. That is Ross Cow. They're 5th in the table. They're not having a bad season by any stretch of the imagination. So let's see if we can keep this solid run up. What did I say it was? 8 games won in a row? Surely 500th game in management team should be up for this one. At Central Park as well. Velasco swings it in. Glancing header from Rico Hannell, but he puts it over. Remember, end of this season, we should be building a new stadium. Very excited to see what that'll be. I hope it's named after me, genuinely. Been a while since I've had any stadium named after me in Football Manager. It feels like I've got a chance. Definitely club legend. Oh, that's a goal. Wow, Stuart Jack absolutely thumps one in. Wow. Not so sure I enjoyed that. Velasco, just no defending. Hasn't got an inkling about trying to defend. Demand more. Velasco with a corner, whips it in. Good header again by Mane, but this is also over the bar. I don't know what's happened to us set piece wise. We don't seem to get anything going in set pieces anymore. Like, genuinely, we don't seem to get anything. Like, we get set pieces, we're just not scoring them. And the board are really unhappy, which is worrying. I say I'm not angry, I'm disappointed, but very disappointed in Gordon Johnson. Alex Scott as well has not been great. Tell them individually, send them back out. Donaldson's having a terrible game. I think we take on maybe Paul Byrne, Casciato. Take on Casciato for Donaldson. Bit of pressure on him. They pump it forward. Kovac gets it though. Back to Jack. Right, pump down. Donaldson can chest that. He's probably coming off anyway. Wheelie. Hannell. Moves it to Torres. Let's see what Torres can do. Into Pedrinho. Queely. Just maybe Torres is not giving us that forward run. Here we go. Nope. Turns inside. Finds Pedrinho. McLean. Scott out wide. Donaldson. Can he deliver? We were thinking about having him come off. If he sets up a goal, I'll certainly change that. Whips in, doesn't come to anything. McLean, from the distance, underside of the bar, they get clear. Donaldson does indeed come off. Casciato comes on. Now on the left-hand side, he gets the ball early on. Gonna try and take on his man. Plays it for Velasco. Velasco tries to pull it across. It's blocked. Good cross. Pedrinho, good header. Smallest man on the field. What is Pedrinho like? 5'4"? 5'3"? Once again, gets up in the box. Guides it into the bottom corner. Very nice. Good work by Velasco. Casciato whips it across. Pedrinho with a header. Keeper just can't reach it, and the defenders are just standing about. There's not much they could do. If they put a touch on it, they're probably knocking it in their net. So, nice goal. And once again, Pedrinho spares our blushes. Velasco now. He has a free kick. Lifts this one over. Mane's there. Oh, he's absolutely hammered that off the post. I'd like to take Gordon Johnson off, but there isn't anyone to bring on. I think we moved Pedrinho up front. And I'd have liked to take on John Black, but I don't think this is necessarily the moment to unleash John Black on the world. Really needs to come off though. I'm going to put John Black on and I'm going to take on Martin Ham. Double midfield change late on. See if we can grab a second. Demand more of the team. This one could be heading for a very disappointing draw. Oh, I didn't need drop points this time of the season after coming back and winning that earlier game 2-0. Torres whips in Casciao. That's a pen. That's a Stonewall pen. Alex Scott to take it. I don't think so. Oh, I'm giving it to Velasco. Big moment. 500th game in management. I've always had problems with pens. Not today. Looked like I was gonna. Oh, he's put it straight at the goal. He's get two hands to it, and it still creeps in. That is a poor pen. Oh, Velasco. A very lucky boy. We get out with a win, 2-1. Doesn't matter how we played, as long as we picked up those 3 points, and that is what we've done. That was not good. That was proper scary. So, Black's made his debut. 9 wins in a row. We get our lead at the top of the table back to 13 points. Whoa. Honestly, that pen, I'm flummoxed. I'm amazed. Oh, we've broken our consecutive wins record. Very nice. In an ideal world here, Dundee United beat Celtic. And we maintain 13-point lead, but I feel like, yeah, the tough-ass Dundee United have not been the same team since we bought Gordon Johnson off them. That one season they were flying high and he was doing very well. That's it there for today. Top of the table, 10 points clear, looking very strong. It is literally our league to lose now. I mean, Gordon Johnson alone, 34 goals, no one's even close to him. An absolute monster. Celtic really, the drop off of Hugo Novoa, who by the way looks outstanding, but the goals he scored this season compared to 2 seasons ago, when he came into the league, 37 and 36 games, he's now on 16 for 29. That is a fair drop off in output, and that has sort of summed up their season, thankfully. We go again. We have a semi-final coming up against Motherwell. We will bring you that. We've probably got a couple of games before that. We potentially have, I think the semi-finals, probably next game we bring you, and we bring you the first game in the championship round. Ideally, we just win the league. We win the league and we're just happy and we move on. Can we do a domestic treble? It's still on the cards. We could finish this season with a very big Scottish Cup final, potentially against Celtic. Either way, I'm looking forward to going to that semi-final and beating Motherwell. In our minds now, we've got to think that that's where we have to be. We have to be beating Motherwell. So do join me next time for that. If you have not subscribed to the channel, do hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, hit that like button, comment away, it really helps. Hit the notification alarm. Apparently that even helps. I don't know if it does, but it will remind you when the new video comes out. Videos are released on Mondays and Fridays, 5 PM UK time. But hitting that notification button, it's not going to ruin your life. Just a wee couple notifications here and there. Do appreciate it. Have a good one. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my evening, which is away from Football Manager. But honestly, that youth intake, Lewis Thompson, got high hopes for you, boy. Massive hopes. Join me next time when we once again go beyond Blue Brazil.